Hey guys, this is Feeder. Good evening. I am going to do a brief unbox and review of the treasure of the Hallowed Lands. So before I do that, I just want to point out this is a chest which is associated with a tournament that is Dota Pit, so when you buy a box, some proceed of that goes to the tournament prize pool. So it's kind of like the Beyond the Summit chest in that sense. Anyway, I think that's a nice thing and good to know. Alright, so what we've got in here are 4 sets and a random bonus reward other set. Let's take a look. The first one is the Drowned Horseman. This is for Abaddon. I like this one a lot, actually. I think there are some elements of this that I'll probably mix into my set. I think these little floating things are really cool and kind of unusual, but they fit for this hero. I think he can have some sort of ethereal, weird element that doesn't quite physically make sense, if that makes sense. I like the Thulu face on the mount. I think that's super awesome. And also the fish fins, if that's what those are. Whatever they are, I think they look nice. That little splash of green, probably going to look pretty good from above too. I will be showing the in-game preview, so you can check that out there. Weapon, I like the colors a lot. I don't really like the flat shape, but I think that might look okay in game, and I love the negative space in there. Again, these items are not being physically held together, but I think that adds a little bit of visual interest. So anyway, these are nice little details on the leggings. I'm not too crazy about the armor on here, but you know, all in all, pretty nice. I'm excited for this set. I'm glad I'm going to be getting that. The next one is the Favors of the Shamanic Light. This is for Shadow Shaman. I think this is a nice, well done set, but to be honest, I'm not that excited about it. I love this candle. I think that's pretty cool. I'm not sure if I would switch out my, golden ram for that, but I think it's a nice one. I kind of like this one too. I like the little counterweights on the bottom. I think that's interesting. Adds a little point down lower to sort of draw your eye, I guess. This is nice. I think it's a little bit, I'm not sure what these beads are doing here. The colors on these are a little bit strange to me. I don't know. We'll see how this one looks in game. I'm not excited about the helmet either. Anyway, well done set. I think it looks great with all the pieces together, and we'll see how it does in game. Next one is Rite of the Acolyte Priest for Dazzle. Not a big fan of this, especially from the loadout. I'm not getting like the tree bark arm thing. The staff looks pretty good, but not especially cool. I think the pipe and the dazzleator are both much better items for that slot. I think the hair is going to look weird from above, and I'm not like a fan of the just giant ball of hair. I kind of like to see a little bit of like fluttering out or something. It's just some excitement up there I think it needs. And these little guys going up to the side aren't quite it. It looks pretty good from the front. I like the crown, the pink crown going on there with the little side hair and this neck piece here. I like that part, but I'm just not too excited about it in general. I think these, the skirt might look really good in game, but we'll have to check that out. Alright, finally we have the Spectral Conservator for Spectre. I think this is not as interesting looking as, say, the Aztec set for her, but it definitely has an ominous, very put together appeal. I like the sort of bright part in the mask there. It's got that alien inspired look to it. I like the big dark sweeping wings up there. And I think the weapon just looks really nicely done. So I don't think this is one of those sets where you're like, wow, oh my god, but everything looks really gorgeous and put together. So I'm pretty thrilled with this one. Let's see. The random bonus reward is the Arch Temptress for Queen of Pain. How this set got to be the random bonus reward, I'm not really sure. I'm not its biggest fan, let's just say. So I think the face is interesting but ugly, and I kind of like my Queen of Pain to look good. I think she should be, sexy and looking good. This is a little weird. And the armor, I have mixed feelings about. So it looks not realistic, I guess, in a way. It just looks kind of like giant blocks that are plastered onto her, and I'm not really liking that very much. The wings are alright. I think they're interesting. I like the tears going on there. I think the shape is really cool. And I like the dagger a lot. I think that's a good looking dagger, but the rest of the set I could honestly do without. So anyway, that's what's in the chest, so let's start opening them up, and as you can tell I won't be that disappointed if I don't get the Queen of Pain set, so that's good I guess. Alright, so I will open these up for you guys. Ooh, shackled enemies kill, that's cool. And you can see all the different pieces. So we've got the armbands, the serpent wards, which I think are really awesome. Headband, meh. Candelabra, I think that's pretty cool. It's got like a Harry Potter look to it. Same with this one, the wand. And finally the skirt, which, I don't know. Anyway, that's that stuff. Alright, so let's get the next one. Yeah, I need something opened. Come on, wish they would bring back 3D one. Alright, Spectre set with Godlike Sprees. Oh yeah. You know I'm going to be getting those racked up on there. Alright, so armor, the Vanguard, the head slot. I wonder if any of these have styles, and I will quickly check that. We got the blade. Nope. I assume this is mythical because it's got like a glowing effect there, so just checking that quickly. Yeah, we don't really have that like weird glow on anything else. So maybe that's what that's all about. Alright, next up. So we still need Dazzle and Abaddon, which I am really excited to get. Alright, so I'll get that one last. Get Dazzle first. Courier's purchased. That's a useful gem. Alright, what do we got? So we got the robes, the fur. Oh cool, that's a separate piece. So I might actually end up using that. My cat is video bombing right now. Forgive her. The headdress. Oh god. Every time she goes by, my mouse freezes. You'll have to excuse me and wait just a moment for that to come back online. I don't know if it's that she's hit the cord or what. Sorry guys. Should take a minute. Okay, we're back. Oh, freezing again and back. Alright, and the arm guards. Let's keep that in its own row. Alright, and finally, Abaddon set. Yes. Set that I really want from here. And I'm going to keep some of my old set because I like that a lot too, but I definitely want to mix some of these items in. Courier's purchase. Good. Play support mostly. Alright, we got the weapon. Shoulder cape. So those little things that are in the air associated with the cape looks like. And the mount, which is pretty damn cool. Alright, so that is the stuff you can get from the box. Stick around, and in just a moment I will show you what those all look like in game. Alright, so I have the Drowned Horseman Abaddon set here, and one thing I'm noticing is you can't even see the axe until he approaches an enemy. It looks like there's a bug with Abaddon's weapon in general. So once they're in range of each other you can see the weapon, but otherwise it's invisible. So that's interesting. This definitely changes his color scheme a bit, so he's got like a bluer, sort of a lighter look with this on. I do love the way the weapon looks, so that smoky particle effect that Abaddon just naturally has. I feel like you're not seeing the really beautiful details on the mount from up here. The cape is basically drawing all of my attention, and I can't decide yet if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It definitely moves in a weird way, so it looks like it's floating behind him pretty much at all times. It's good looking, I like these little pieces on there, but it's also just very bizarre. So anyway, we'll throw a couple of his abilities out so you can see the set with those on. Okay, so this was an in-game look at the Drowned Horseman set. Alright, so this is the Shamanic Light set for Shadow Shaman. It's definitely more interesting in-game than it is in the preview. I'm not sure if I like it better. The cowl or hood makes him kind of Meepo-esque, which I think is interesting. The wands that he has are very attention-grabbing. That could be a good thing or a bad thing. As are these sort of long pieces coming off the back of his skirt. So he's definitely got a wobbling skirt even on the base model. But here, I think it's the combination of those sticking out really far, and then these big, long wands that he's got that sort of, I guess, drag your eyes away, like almost pulling you in two directions that you want to look. It's I feel like it's very dynamic, but also almost a little bit busy. So anyway, that's that. Let's zap this guy. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill him before I can, let's put the serpent wards, I guess, on him and go like this. So you didn't really get to see the shackles, but here's the serpent wards. I think those are pretty amazing. I'll be equipping those after this permanently. So anyway, that is the shamanic light set for Shadow Shaman in-game. Okay, so what we've got here is the Spectral Conservator set for Spectre versus the base model. I like that there's a lot more texture going on color-wise. The base model for Spectre is just all one boring color. This definitely pops out the head. You've got these great big shoulder pieces, and the weapon is a lot more interesting. It's got that sort of brilliant pink edge. Let's see, from the back view, she's got a little more definition on the skirt area. She looks a lot thinner. I guess she's got less of a sort of wing thing going on and more of wings on the side. I don't know. I think it looks a lot better from the front and not bad from the back. Your attention's kind of getting pulled from the weapon there. So I'm just going to show the effects quickly. Dagger. And let's do a little R action here.
No use crying.
Alright, so that is the Spectral Conservator set for Spectre. Alright, so the last one is going to be the Acolyte Priest for Dazzle. And before I go and critique this, I just want to say I do think the world needs more Dazzle sets, so at least I am glad for that. I think he looks smaller, and that's actually due to the fact that you can see that the wand here, he has quite a bit sticking out behind him, kind of giving it a balanced look. Here, there's not much activity on the back of that, so it kind of front loads him a bit. The hair is better looking in game. I think it adds a little bit of interest. I really am annoyed by the clipping that's happening with the skirt. So when he's walking around, you can actually sometimes see it, I think, clipping with the ground, which he's going to do right now. On this side, which I think is a problem. Doesn't look very realistic. And it also looks just a little bit awkward when he's walking. So, you know, awkward walk, weird weapon. Hair is okay, I think. But anyway, I think you can do better. So, let's just cast a few spells. You guys can get a little feel for this guy.
Gravely mistaken. No use crying over spilled blood.
Alright, so finally that's the Acolyte Priest for Dazzle. Unfortunately, I cannot show you the Queen of Pain set because I did not get it, so sorry if you want to see that one in game, you're going to have to hunt around a bit. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I should be doing a Dota Pit compendium review very soon for High Ground TV, so that's something to look forward to. And hopefully just some more general content as I am a little bit less busy now. Alright everyone, have a wonderful week. Enjoy the boxes and the Dota, and I will see you next time.